Let's move on to the next, not restoration, what's the word? I don't know. Let's get the other car out. The term I was looking for was recommissioning. The next car that needs recommissioning is the MGF. Now, it failed its MOT end of last year, or sort of mid to end of last year, on a couple of bits. So I've brought it back in so we can have a little look, see what needs doing, and hopefully get this on the road for summer. Again, it's been in the barn a while. I have had a thing over the roof to try and protect it, but it's got a bit dirty, but hey ho, it's in a barn, what do I expect? So let me have a little look to remind myself on the failure list, and then I'll show you what it needs. Right, so the MOT, I've just had a look. It failed on rear brake imbalance, so I can't really show you that. So what I'll have to do is strip the brakes down, clean them up, and just make sure that everything's moving. The other one I thought was something different. As it turns out, I thought it was these, it's two bushes, or two ball joint boots that have gone. I thought it was these ones in here, but it's not. It's them ones on the hub. Look, you can see how bad that is. There. So I've got to have the rear hub off, both sides, to change those, I believe. So I think that's what we'll start to do. The quicker we get them changed, the better. So let's get the wheel off and have a little look. Right, so this bush on both sides has also got some play in, but voila, we have arms with poly bushes in, we have anti-roll bar links with poly bushes in, and we have a front anti-roll bar with poly bush links. So I'm going to change all these. I'm going to pull all these ones out and get rid of that straight away. So that one's done. And then we just need to pop these off, obviously, to change them anyway. Both sides. We should be able to lift that out of the way, undo this, pop the hub this way, and fingers crossed we can put a new boot on there. So that's the plan. So let's get cracking. Right, there we go. So undone this ball joint nut. I mean, this ball joint is good. It's just the boot that's perished. I've had this bar out. I can't get to that bolt there. It's slightly rounded. So I undone it there for now. I'll attack that tomorrow. That arm that goes in there, there's a hole in the end of the subframe here, and it's a 19mm bolt. So you can get it through there. So this is now hanging by this arm, the drive shaft and the brake line. So I need to support that just to stop that from going crazy. And then we'll try and get a boot tomorrow. If not, I'll have a look and see how much new ball joints are. Right, I'm going to try and show you this. I'm filming it in portrait mode because I can't get the camera in landscape, so I'm going to have to do a bit of editing. But basically, obviously this is off, and this leftover bit of rubber is held on with a clip. So if I can get my little pick in and try and pull it out. There we go. You can see the clip. And there we go, that is off. So, the ball joint is really good and stiff. So, what I have bought are these. Hang on, I'll drop that now. Oh, a replacement boot kit. Now, these are a tad oversized, but it's fine. I'd rather have oversized than too small and not be able to get the clip round it. So, you get these, you get a bit of grease in a packet, and you get a replacement large clip and a replacement small clip. Now I've done the other side already, so I've found a way of sorting this, although I clipped the bottom on and then pushed the grease through that hole before putting the clip on to close it up. So I don't know whether to fill the grease in here first and then put it over. That might be a better way. We'll try it, see what happens. So hang on a minute. You need a couple of bits of brake pipe, a pair of scissors to cut the packet open, and some pliers. So first things first, I'm going to try and do this in front of the camera while looking through the camera trying to do it. So if I get me clips, I get one of the ends, get me pliers on it, and then bend it out like that. Then do the other side. Like that. Right, so that's ready to go. So I think, yeah, I'll try and fill this with grease first, and then we'll turn it over. Oh. So let's see if this works. Right, bit of a mess, but it's on there. So next thing to do is get your clip and get brake pipe. Brake pipe on there. Where's my open bit? Brake pipe on there. Which means you can open it if you're careful. Oh, it is a bit fiddly. Yeah, open it, make it bigger so you can get it over. So, right, let me do this. All right, we're in the groove. There we go. And that is on. Clipped on. So now we've got to do the little one. And that one's out. So now let's get this on. There we go. On. And then once that pushes down, hopefully, I mean, I say they are a little bit oversized, but I say I'd rather them be oversized than undersized and not actually go round the thing. So let's lower this down. There we go. And then we'll reverse this and lift. Probably I'm gonna, that's it. There we go, on. Put our washer back over. It's a bit greasy, but that'll help with tightening it up. There we go. Right, clean it up, and then we'll start putting the other bits back on. I've changed the anti-roll bar and all the bushes, so that's all done, but I have noticed another problem. The track rod end boot has split, so I've just ordered one, so now I've got to fight with a rack. Not with Iraq, with the rack to get this off. Topical thing there. Right, it didn't fight me at all. It could come undone really easily, so that's chuffed. No, so that's good, I'm chuffed with that. There is a new one on its way, so once that's bolted up and back on, we should be good for a test, but I'm gonna sit and have a bit of lunch. Hopefully it'll turn up soon, and then we'll check fluids and whatever else have you, and then hopefully we will be able to get this for a test. Right, well, track rod ends on. I also saw an advisory for a bit of play in the wheel bearing, so I've just nipped that up and it's solid again. So I've just gone around and checked the oil, it's nice and clean and at the right level. I wrote the date on the fuel oil filter when I last changed it, so it's only been a year, but no miles. Checked all the washer fluid, checked the clutch fluid, brake fluid, etc. It's all good. So I think it's time for its MOT. Right, I took this into work to use the brake machine and the brakes still weren't up to par. So I've got some other calipers on the shelf. Now they look a bit rough on the outside, but all the pistons are clean and new. I think they're actually new, they've just been on the shelf so long that they're a bit sort of tarnished. But I've pushed the pistons back out with air and then wound them back in, they're all fine. The only thing is this was catching slightly, so it has ruffled the boot, but it's okay. So yeah, so I'm going to put them on and then we'll try again, because obviously we want to try and get a ticket as soon as possible. So I've done the other side, so I've just got to pop this caliper off and put this one on. So we're going to undo the 212s that hold it to the carrier. We're going to undo the brake handbrake handle. We're going to cap this off with the clamp, undo it, obviously a 14mm there, swap it all over, put it all back together. Bob's your uncle, fingers crossed. Right, the MGF's gone out. I obviously haven't bled the brakes properly because it's really spongy. So I'll bring it back in tomorrow and redo them. But the spacers have turned up for the Rover, so I'm going to quickly fit them on and see how they are. Right, it's on. You can just about see it in there, the black bit right at the edge. Obviously the wheel now clears, so let's lower it down and have a little look and see how it sits. Okay, I mean, it still needs to settle or obviously move, but we are within the arch. So that's good, I'm happy with that. So what I'll probably do is while it's on the lift, I'll probably stick a set on the back, or stick one on the back, and we'll see how that sits, but that's definitely obviously gonna bring it out. Oh, I don't know actually, because of the arch lip. Maybe they might be best staying a bit narrower. Yeah, I don't really want to start rolling an arch now we've had it done. Yeah, no, we'll just stick with the front. So I'll quickly put the one on the front and then hopefully we can get it outside, move it about, and we'll see how it sits. I just realised I didn't actually show you the spacer last time, did I? So obviously you get the hub centric spacer, so we've got the right bore for the wheels. Comes with nuts to bolt it into the hub, and then obviously you use your original wheel nuts on here, and they're made by Drizz. Yeah, there we go, Drizz, and it is a forged aluminium alloy. There you go. Right, so let's bolt this wheel back on. Right, there we go. It's moved. As you can see, we are perfect on the arch. Absolutely bob on. So that was good. So yeah, I don't think I'll bother putting some on the rear. I'll have a look. If I can get any smaller than 15, I might have a look and see if I can, maybe even 10 on the back, just to bring it out a little bit. But it's not too bad. I can live with that. So yeah, right, let's put this away because I've had a phone call from work. They've got a couple of MOTs this afternoon, so I'm going to go in and do them. So I'll be back in the morning and we'll bleed the brakes on the MGF again. Well, as I can't get an MOT with a blown exhaust, I can't get an exhaust from a Factors or anything like that. I've got to have one made. So to get a car to an to an exhaust fabricators, I've got to get an MOT. So I'm making my own sleeve because I didn't have any sleeves in stock either. So obviously this covers the holes here. I've got some exhaust clamps on the way. I've only got one this size. So what I'm going to do is clamp it all up so it's tight, undo it, cover it in exhaust paste, stick it back down, clamp it on. Hopefully that'll give us a temporary back box so we can at least try and get it through a test, and then we'll be able to take it to have an exhaust made. So yes, bodger it is at its finest, but it's what's needed to be done. Right, the MGF is outside. It took 2 to 3 hours to bleed the brakes. I went around them all. I found 2 block bleed nipples on the front caliper, so I took them off, cleaned them up, put them back on. But I just couldn't get a pedal. Every time I put my foot on the brake, I went straight to the floor. Pumped it up, it was all right. And then literally 5 seconds later, straight to the floor. So I went round again, opened all the bleed nipples up, pulled some fluid out, tightened them all back up. One of the bleed nipples was wet, so I cleaned it with brake cleaner, blew it off with the air, pumped it up, kept checking it. Couldn't get a pedal. So I gave up. Went back to it, I had pedal. So I undone all the nipples again, let some fluid out. They were all fine, nipped them all back up, tightened them up with a socket just to make sure. We've got a pedal now. So I don't know how good it is. I'll need to take it back to work and put it on the brake rollers and we'll see. Hopefully that's sorted it. I've got a handbrake now, which I didn't before, so fingers crossed that's all resolved. So next, we're getting back on with the turbo. Let me show you what I've done. Right, so here's my exhaust sleeve. So it's clamped all the way around. I haven't used that because by the time I started clamping it, hammering it into shape, I didn't want to start taking it off. So as long as it stops most of it, I'll be happy. Although when I hit this, I put a little hole in here, so I had to put another little plate over the top. So yeah, it's a proper bodge, but if it gets me through the MOT, then it means I can kind of take it to have an exhaust made without having to muck about with a trailer and whatever have you. Now we haven't got one. So, right, let's get this bolted on and see if it works. Right, we're on. I had to adjust a couple of clips to get it clear, because obviously when this goes down, this is going to tilt forward and the clip was right on it. So I've rotated that around and moved it back slightly. That one was angled, that one was angled further round, so it was going to hit this. So now it should clear. But again, hopefully this is only a temporary thing until we can organise a back box. So let's put it on the floor, give it a wobble. Well, actually, you're going to start it, see how bad it is, and then give it a wobble and see if it's going to hit anything. Right, so obviously it's not perfect. I weren't expecting perfect, but most of it is coming out the back. But if I put my hand over the pipe, So you can see it does still leak from there, and you can hear it still leaking from there a bit, but hey ho, it's better than it was anyway. So I don't know, I'll have to see whether it will go for an MOT. Obviously it's more to do with, I mean, this isn't at the end of the world, because you can advise that it's leaking some gases. It's just if the lambda etc is going to be enough to pick it up on the emissions tester, but as you can see it is coming out of there now. Yes, oh well, we've done what we can, so we can only try, can't we? Okay, so yeah, that is the bodge of all bodges, but if I can't get a back box, the only option would be to trailer it somewhere to have an exhauster before it goes for an MOT. So I might as well try if I can get it for an MOT for the sake of a bit of metal and a few exhaust clamps. Yeah, so at least we can drive it there then. So yeah, what I'm going to do now, I've left it here. When I come in next week, I'll put the cat back on, so that's ready to go. And then I suppose we'll just run it into work and see if we can get an MOT on it. I'll have to get the jet wash out and give that a bit of a blow off first, because I can't present it for an MOT like that. So yeah, anyway, that's it really. Tomorrow is, well, tomorrow for me is Southend, the big reunion meet. So we're going down there, me and the wife. I don't know if I'll film any. When I filmed last time and put it out there, it got ripped off so much, I got hardly any views, and someone else who ripped my content got loads. So I probably won't bother. I'll probably just go down there and enjoy the evening. So what I'll do, I'll catch up with you next week. Have a lovely weekend. Like, subscribe and share. And I'll see you again soon. Cheers guys.